This week is Valentine's week, and this past weekend, congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Phillips on your wedding. Now, combine the both and love is in the air. So today we're going to make a chocolate peanut cluster in a crock pot. Now, what does chocolate peanut clusters have to do with the wedding and or love Valentines? Well, I've got a vision here. Let's see if I can put it all together here on Cook! Don't be lazy! So we need a crock pot and take some cooking spray of some sort and coat your crock pot. Light coating. This should help with cleanup afterwards. Now this is very important. The first step, the first ingredient we want to put in our crock pot is white almond bark. Just like that. 24 ounces. Semi-sweet chocolate chips. 12 ounces. 4 ounces of German chocolate. Bam! Done. And what do we got here? 16 ounces of dry roasted peanuts. Now, why are we putting in the peanuts last? Very important, you put the peanuts in last. The reason being, if the peanuts are at the very bottom, as this heats up, more than likely your peanuts are going to burn. We don't want that. Take some paper towels and put it over the lid. I'm going to explain why here in a second. So this paper towel is going to serve as a layer of protection between the lid and the chocolate. As this thing starts to heat up, condensation is going to form on the lid, and we don't want that condensation hitting the chocolate. It'll ruin the chocolate. So what temperature are we going to cook this on? Let me show you. So we're going to set this on low for 1 hour. However, we're going to intervene around the 30-minute mark. Around the 30-minute mark might vary between mine and your crock pot. Your crock pot low setting might be a different temperature than my crock pot low setting. So keep an eye on it. Around the 30-40 minute mark, we'll see if the chocolate's ready to give it a quick stir. So I decided to wait the 40 minutes just to be on the safe side. Let's go ahead and open this up and see if we're ready to do a little stirry. So the chocolate looks... it's not melted. At least not all of it. So it is melting, just not as fast as I thought it was going to melt. Like I said, different temperatures. Your crock pot might melt it a little bit faster than mine. So I'm just going to give it a good stir regardless. Get off of there. I'm going to cover it back up. And it looks like my cook time is going to increase. I'm going to keep it on low. But I'm going to set this for another 30 minutes or so. We've got 20 minutes left on it. But I'm going to set it for an extra 30 minutes. So in about 20 minutes or so, 20-30 minutes. Alright, let me start over again. We got 20 minutes left. I'm going to set it for an extra 30 minutes. That means 50 extra minutes. So about 30 minutes from now, I'm going to give it another stir. It should be done because it's almost getting there. So overall cook time, we're looking at about an hour and a half, hour 50 minutes. So be mindful, your cook time may vary. So, you know what? Let me stop talking. We'll be back soon. So overall, I shouldn't say cook because we're not cooking. But the overall heat time is an hour and a half. And this bad boy is ready. So I'm going to give it a good stir. And let's move on to the next step. So here's what I'm thinking. How does this all tie into Valentine's Day? Well, let me show you what I'm thinking. Valentine / wedding dedication. So what I'm thinking is, well, first of all, get a baking sheet, line it with parchment paper. So I've got this heart here, a heart dolly. So what I'm gonna do is attempt to, and this is where my vision came in, I'm going to attempt to make a peanut cluster in the shape of this heart. And that's going to be the goal. So let me work on this. Alright, so that's not too bad. Looks kind of like a heart. So with the rest of the batch, I'm just going to drop dollops all around the parchment paper. So this makes about 10,000 peanut clusters. So be mindful of that. This makes a lot. So you may want 47 baking sheets lined with parchment paper, because I don't know where the heck I'm going to fit all of this, but I'll figure it out. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to do this off to the side here in a minute, but we got to let this cool off for about 2 hours in order for that chocolate to solidify and set. After 2 hours, it's time to plate up. This heart right here is enough to make you gain 5 extra pounds. So next week I might have to make something healthy for you guys. Let me end by saying, Mr. and Mrs. Phillips, congratulations on the wedding. For the rest of you, happy Valentine's Day. If you're going to do chocolate, make your own. He or she will appreciate you that much more. I'll see you guys next week here on Cook. Don't be lazy.